stop it up before Eileen. We have to stop it up before Eileen. And I want everybody to stop it up with Mr. Benshadi Budapest with the band. You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up! Listen to this. How about make us stop it up? Stop it up, stop it up, stop it up. When I feel we have to step up. Live it up, live it up, live it up, live it up. When I feel we have to step up. Step it up, step it up, step it up, step it up. When I feel we have to step up. Live it up, live it up, live it up, live it up. One, this is for them. We not know the speed of our nose. So they rock it, I know that we are top doors. We can play the truth. I want to hear the show. We walk up and this is the walk in the I am so sorry. What happened to you? We play our last road. This is the toys of our show. What's up with people? Well, we say up and it's for the other. Stop it over it! Step it up, step it up, step it up, step it up. Leave it up, leave it up, leave it up, leave it up. Step it up, step it up, step it up, step it up. You want to go? Leave it up, leave it up, leave it up. I want to hear ashes, for ashes. And those who don't, no boy, why don't we know it? We're gonna stop it up before Eileen. We have to stop it up before Eileen. And I want everybody to stop it up with Mr. Benshadi Budapest with the band. You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up! Listen to this. How about make us stop it up? Step it up, step it up, step it up. When I feel we have to step up. Live it up, live it up, live it up, live it up. When I feel we have to step up. Step it up, step it up, step it up, step it up. When I feel we have to step up. Live it up, live it up, live it up, live it up. This is for them. We not know the speed of our nose. So they rock it, I know that we are top doors. We can play the truth. I want to hear the show. We walk up and this is the walk in the I am so sorry. What happened to you? We play our last road. This is the toys of our show. What's up with people? Well, we say up and it's for the other. Stop it over it! Step it up, step it up, step it up, step it up. Leave it up, leave it up, leave it up, leave it up. Step it up, step it up, step it up, step it up. You want to go? Leave it up, leave it up, leave it up. I want to hear ashes, for ashes. And those who don't, no boy, why don't we know it?
can know. Big up everybody are tuning early. Done. Yes, sir. Greetings, big up everybody are tuning early. Remember tonight, call it today, call it later. You don't know life and direct. Got a brother named Mustic MC Foundation out of the Black Nature crew. When it comes to Senegambian rap, one of the first rap group out of Senegambia. It's my big bro out of Kololi. So I'm looking forward to talk to my brother very soon. Big up everybody out there tuning. I'm gonna play you a few songs before MC is coming. T Jan Javang, big up on yourself. You don't know original fugitives in the house. Yes, I. When it comes to Gambian rap, it's fugitives. You get the Black Nature, you get the Penchabi, Maslabi, Foundation. So big up the fugitives. You don't know. Today is all about the Black Nature. I'm with my brother, Mustic MC. He's gonna tell you about the musical journey. Let's listen to our video before.
This is a true story.
Tosh,
Yeah, no such shit is going on.
Yeah, alright, that's the history. Big up with yourself, Taff, man, you don't know. All the firehouse,
Disgrace, a sex man,
yes.
Water just a jump out of me, go fuck the girl, me just feel big.
Yes, sir.
Water just a come out of me,
big up everybody at
this a girl, me just feel big.
Yes, sir.
I know about this African daughter. The girl life is just a disaster.
Yes, sir.
She get chicked by the young father. In the west, she a want to slave master. Every man want to have them baby. I know either know that either know maybe. To me, the girl how she live that is slavery. Enough man have become true daily. Water just a jump out of me eye. But up the girl me feel big cry. Water just a jump out of me eye. Disgrace, a sex man of a eye. Water just a jump out of me eye. But up the girl, me just feel big cry. Water just a come out of me eye. See this a girl, me just feel big cry. Be every PIMP, I come for defeat. Because I sex straight, some want to lead. I come for take each and every girl out the street. I give them food for eat. Oh yeah, stop liberty, it just not amaze me. Who is the man to stop woman move freely? Sex trade is just like slavery. We can't take the man, them pass through daily. Prostitution of one. Yeah, you are walk with the money in a wrong hand. Walking for bigger man.
Elevator there.
The man will
I
tell
you everybody are tuning.
Domination of
That was what I'm great support.
Yeah, you are walk with the money in a wrong hand. Walking for bigger man. The man will tell flesh as I peace land. Water just a jump out of me eye. But from the girl me feel cry. Water just a jump out of me eye. Disgrace, a sex man of a eye. Water just a jump out of me eye. But from the girl, me just feel cry. Water just a come out of me eye. See this a girl, me just feel cry. This girl would have be a good doctor. She would have worked for the private sector. She knows everything about computer. In the rest, it is a different chapter. Let me tell you what me know about Stacy. This girl is a beautiful lady. Back in the day, she used to
Elevator, make me pull that song here for you. Don't know because everybody are tuning live and direct. Remember, Mustic MC. Thing called Let's Talk. Any moment from now.
Yeah, no such shit is going on. It's about me heart. Water just a drop out of me heart. But from the girl make me big cry. Water just a drop out of me heart. This grace, a sex man of a heart. Water just a drop out of me heart. Look up the girl, me just feel the cry. Water just a come out from me eye. See this a girl, me just feel the cry. I know about this African daughter. The girl life is just a disaster. She get tricked by the other father. In the west, she a want to slave master. Every man want to have them baby. I know he don't know that he don't know maybe. To me, the girl how she live that is slavery. Enough man have become true daily. Water just a jump out on me eye. Buck up the girl with 50 cry. Water just a jump out on me eye. Disgrace, a sex man a lie. Water just a jump out on me eye. Buck up the girl, me just 50 cry. Water just a come out on me eye.
MC there.
Me just feel paper. For every PRFP, I come for defeat because I sex straight somehow. I come to take each and every girl out the street. I give them food for eat. Oh yeah, start liberty, it just not amaze me. Who is the man to stop woman move freely? Sex trade is just like slavery. We can't take the man them pass through daily. Prostitution as well.
Everybody a check
in the
meantime, between time.
The man will sell flesh as I peace alive. Domination as well. You are walk with the money in a rock. Walking for bigger man. The man will sell flesh as I peace alive. Water just a jump out on me eye. Buck up the girl with 50 cry. Water just a jump out on me eye. Disgrace, a sex man a lie. Water just a jump out on me eye. Buck up the girl, me just 50 cry. Water just a come out on me eye. See this a girl, me just 50 cry. This girl would have be a good doctor. She would have worked for the private sector. What? She knows everything about computer. In the rest, it is a different chapter. Let me tell you what me know about Stacy. This girl is a beautiful lady. Back in the day, she used to drive me crazy. Can't believe how much she lived.
Remember, don't forget to subscribe in our YouTube channel.
Disgrace, a sex man a lie. Water just a jump out on me eye. Buck up the girl, me just feel the cry.
Voice of music.
Water just a come out on me eye. See this a girl, me just feel the cry.
Yes, sir. That one here, which Riverside, call it Senegambia, you know? In the meantime, between time, I'm gonna say what? Yes, sir. Big up everybody I tune in anyway. They don't know any moment from now. Get an artist, a brother named Mustic MC. You don't know Foundation out of the Black Nature. You don't know. I'm gonna play you a few songs. I hope I see something before he come in. Can play you something from Mustic MC. That one a freestyle. Alright, let me play Gantak. We have a song called Yad Up Big. Listen this song here. Mustic MC.
Going to Zion, strong like a lion.
Yes, sir.
We are the system. You don't want nothing, nothing. We are the me, I get out of the system. We are the me system. We don't want no face. First thing in the morning, drink the cup of tea. And me move on with prophecy. I know my Lord and Majesty will never see me die for hungry. Hey, for the pressure, for the time, for the limits, for the right. We shot down to Zion. lion. I see people rise and fall. After all, now we are going back. We are the up. Me, I get out of the system. We are the up. We are the up, the system. You don't want nothing, no victim. We are the up. Me, I get out of the system. We are the up. We are the up, the system. Obstacle on the way. So I say to the Father we pray. Each and every day, do you know what I say? We shall in the King's house. I know yesterday, not today.
Love.
That's how we give the praise for the muffin. Give thanks a yard, give thanks for foreign. No war with the fight, no war with the quarrel. You know we don't go sound like empty barrel. We are the up, we are the up, we are the up.
Come out of the system.
We are the up, we are the up, the system.
Watch out.
You don't want nothing, no victim. We are the up, we are the up, we are the up. Get out of the system.
Hey.
We are the up, the system. No fear, no gain. Zion and fallen, soldier, fall again. Helicopter, Mystic MC, rise again. If a fire up, we run them, make it run again. Well, if a bloody top, we run them, make it run again. Some will like the better see them can't freeze way.
Sure.
The things where them and do them just not please way.
No.
We keep chatting on them still at these way. We don't say it not easy.
Sure.
We are it up. God, it up, me I
Move out of the system.
We are it up. We are the up, this is straight.
I call.
You don't want nothing, nothing.
Voice of MC.
We are the up.
Hey.
Get out of the system. We are the up. We are the up, this is straight. We don't want no pain. We are the up. Yeah, in a hot station.
I call. Yeah. Yes, sir. The voice of MC.
We are the up. Yeah, be yourself, no segregation. We are the up. It's no matter the skin color, not complexion. We are the up. Hey, people, look to the east.
Yeah, the up. About that is easy. At the voice of Mystic MC, remember, any moment from now, we're gonna get the man himself, Mystic MC. But before Mystic are coming, I'm gonna check in and, make so I play you some few songs from Mystic MC. Mystic MC alongside. Listen this one. Mystic MC.
Natural, and no say we clean. They get give liberty, we no want out the street. Natural, and no say we clean. Water that we drink and the food that we eat. Natural, and no say we clean. Where we want out the street. Natural,
Africa reggae
liberty, justice, love and equality. Jaggy with the authority for money.
Alongside Mystic
MC and quality. We bring vibes of respect and unity to every community. Solidarity is a key to humanity. No partiality in a Jaja family. One stay strong. Bless up, forget, bless up, forget one of you. Natural, and no say we clean. They get give liberty, we no want out the street. Natural, and no say we clean. Water that we drink and the food that we eat. Natural, and no say we clean.
Yes, I am. And the thing called Let's Talk, remember?
What kind of food them a eat down there? What kind of water them a drink down there? What kind of say them a say down there? Satan in a Satan's son. You go eat up with them, then you are one of them. You go drink up with them, you are one of them. You go mix up and blend, you are one of them. Rastaman in a Rastaman son. You a German, I am a Ethiopian. From you have life, you know we all are one. Now tell me what your race, not your complexion. One piece of man and every man born this
love.
Natural, and no say we clean. We get him living, we don't want out the street. Natural, and no say we clean. Water that we drink and the food that we eat. Natural, we natural and Jah know say we clean. Positive liberty where we want every time. Natural, we natural and Jah know say we clean. You can't take we for a ride. All a meditation and we hold it with a pride. You know we not go sleep and you know we not go slide. You know we not go run and you know we not go hide. So we just come burn up a fire upon the parasite. And what is in the darkness must come out to the light. That's the children and the Eden. We walk with the scribes. That's the boy behind me praise for me in the morning time. Natural, we natural and Jah know say we clean. We don't want out of street. Natural, we natural and Jah know say we clean. Water that we drink and the food that we eat. Natural, we natural and Jah know say we clean.
Wise production, you know, the tickets.
Natural, we natural and Jah know say we clean.
You can do the whole time.
Let us say a serious thing.
Calipi alongside Music
MC chanting, yeah. African thing. Yeah, man.
Yes, after that one year thing called Natural alongside Calipi Music MC, I'm gonna give you the next from Music MC. It's called Search for Life. Listen to this.
Is there?
Search for Life.
Search for life. Yes, you are gonna find it.
Hey.
It's all up to you. Search for happiness.
Listen to this.
You are gonna find it. Search for life. Yes, you are gonna find it.
Yeah. Thanks for the call out, we don't know, and the support out there. Everybody are tuning, big up. Hey.
Life is how you make it.
Hey.
Things come, it's how you take it.
Listen.
It's not the glamour, not the glitter. It's all what you have in heart. Well, listen to your heart, in your soul and mind. What you see, well, know is what you find.
We got my big bro, Maggie, has stepped in and you don't know. Foundation. Oh yeah, let me thank you, God. Sure. Yes, I. You got my big bro, Maggie, the whole time. Yeah. Hey. Mustic vibes. Listen.
No matter if you're white and if you're black and if you're blue.
Sure.
You want to
Yellow.
because you want them to so you. Many are called but they choosing of you.
Yes,
in the life we have to cut and go through.
You got everybody are tuning anyway, they don't know. Love.
You have to know. Well,
Yes,
and you have to know vanity. You have to know how much you care for humanity.
Hey.
You have to know your friends from your enemy.
Listen to this. Yes, sir. You got everybody out there. The side for Make me pull up that song here for you, Mars. If you don't know, big up everybody are tuning. You don't know, new just a step. Big up. Keep it morning, usually you don't know. Sure. Got everybody there. Hey.
Yes, you are the fighting. That is all up to you.
How is it?
Sad for happiness, you are the fighting.
You need time, give me time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Life is how you make it. Things come, it's how you take it.
Listen to this.
It's not the glamour, not the glitter.
Yeah.
It's all what you have in heart. Well, listen to your heart, in your soul and mind. What you see, well, know is what you find. Know yourself, be yourself, educate yourself. This time in and uplift yourself. Start for life, yes, you have the
Finding.
It's all up to you.
How is it?
Start for happiness, you have the find it. In front of your door.
Hey.
Start for life, yes, you have the find
We got me chilling, we see ya. We got everybody are tuning to called Let's Talk. Remember from today we keep you guys vibes. Remember tomorrow we defender, yeah? Tomorrow defender. Yes, sir.
Many are called but they choosing of you.
Yes,
in the life
facts.
we have to cut and go through.
Bad,
You have
the
to
whole
know
time,
truth and facts
we got
and
our real
reality.
people out
You
there.
have to know
Love.
wealth and you have to know vanity. You have to know how much you care for humanity. You have to know your friends from your enemy.
No, right from wrong.
Yes, you have to find it. It's all up to you. Side for happiness.
Yes, sir. Big up everybody that tuned in. There's a warm up the place before my artist MC. Come in. Hey. Hey.
Mister, the rules of China try break it.
Yeah.
None of we know we try to fake it.
Thanks.
I know the stress, I know the pressure. It's all what we have been on. Well, I know me words, I know me power, I know me sound. What goes around will come around. What to give is what to take. What you worry, don't you break. The people make me think and say, Side for life, yes, you are the find it. It's all up to you. Side for happiness, you are the find it. In front of your door. Side for life, yes, you are the find it.
Sell love, give love, grow love, that's everything going on.
Side for happiness, you are the find it.
Hey.
In front of your door.
They call Side for Life. Watch out for my Sunday acoustic MC
How you
done.
feel like?
One of we found this and singer from them days too. Okay.
Life on your own.
Yeah, bro. I was a side for life.
Live a love life. Love life. Side for life. Yes, you are the finding. It's all up to you. Side for happiness. You are the finding. It's all up you do. Side for life. Yes, you are the finding. That is all up to you. Side for happiness. You are the finding.
Indeed, you don't know. That's the voice of one music MC thing called Search for Life. Watch out for that song here, you know, a good something out there. Mystic versus Babylon. I'm gonna play you this one. You know, not easy, you know. But we're stronger and powerful than Babylon itself. So big up all beautiful people out there. I'm gonna play you the next MC called Mystic versus Babylon. Listen to this. Watch out, watch it. Yes, I am. Watch out for that Mystic versus Babylon.
You and I, believe and die, Babylon that's a lie. Make a joyful noise, they can't stop you from trying. You and I, believe and die, Babylon that's a lie. Mr. Buckle up your belt and make we face the outside. Yeah, I get mad, no police and soldier walk out there right now. Preacher and teacher walk out there right now. Mr. Never school out, try with me right now. Check it out right now, how they feel like this. This where they must say, well, not that they must practice. No equal rights and we not see justice. Not be your head down where we are, you get this.
Yes, I am.
This is for them I know. Bring them a win and me see them I lose. This is for them I know. Them and them big time.
And the voice of Mystic MC.
This is for them I know.
They call it
Bring them a win and me see them I lose. This is for them I know. They love a melody where let them go. Them on the boat, them on the rocket, them fly the plane, them fly the rocket, them sign the paper, you kick the bucket. Control the money that's coming out with pocket. No get me started.
Yes, I am.
System set up and just to get me wanted. Supposed to be a talent planted. Clarity like father planted. I planted. This is for them I know. Take them away and me see them I lose. This is for them I know.
Take call.
Them and them big time.
Everybody are tuning.
This is for them I know. Take them away and me see them I lose. This is for them I know. In a battle you will let them come through. Die, believe and die, Babylon that's a lie. Make a
Listen, this the voice of MC. Don't know MC, we are waiting for you, you know. Any moment from now, 30 minutes are gone, so come in with back the next 30 minutes from now. Hey, 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 hey.
No police and soldier walk out there right now. Preacher and teacher walk out there right now. Church that was full out there with me right now. Check it out right now. How they feel like this? This where they must say, well, none of that them a practice. No equal right.
I'll be a demonstration worldwide in this time, you know, because the people are tired sometimes. They go and touch the road, and you know, the system now want to touch the road. And a whole crisis is the voice of music and the people against Babylon. You don't know. Big up all beautiful people out there. Everybody I choose. It's a love and love. Remember, it's good over evil, right over wrong at the end of the day. So big up all. God bless. We say blessed. Anyway, remember, unity is strong. United we stand, divided we going down. Listen this again. Mark up the whole time. Big up everybody are coming. Meantime, between time. Yes, I African reggae vibrations. The party there. Thanks for that song. Listen this.
Check it out right now. How they feel like this? It's where they must say, well, none of that
It's a lockdown.
no equal rights and we not
It's a lockdown. That's a good tune in at this time. Listen to this one.
Them the jacket, them fly the plane, them fly the rocket, them sign the paper, you take the bucket. Control the money that you coming out with pocket. Not yet started, system set up and just to get the paper.
Be careful what you say in this time, because them say you sign the paper, them sign the paper and you check the bucket. So be careful. You forget the time. Yes, sir. It's like Mystic versus Babylon. Check it out. You don't know German. Big up on yourself. Mystic MC versus Babylon. Remember, right over on Good Over Evil. That's the title track out there. Big up on yourself. Big up everybody I tune in. You don't know thing called. Let's start. Let's do vibes. Big up all beautiful people out there. Love over here. Good over evil.
Make a joyful noise. They can't stop you from trying. You and I.
Charm, big up on yourself, you don't know. Yes, sir. You gotta be the next moderator in future. Let's start, okay? Keep it real out there, my brother. This year. Yes, sir.
Check it out right now. How they feel like this? This where they must say, well, none of that them a practice. No equal rights and we not see justice. Not be your head down where we are. You get this.
Yes, I am.
This is for them I know. Bring them out when I see them alone. This is for them I know.
They call.
Them and them things and promises. This is for them I know.
Yes, sir.
Bring them out when I see them alone. This is for them I know. You have a feeling you will never know. Them on the soap, them on the jacket, them fly the plane, them fly the rocket, them sign the paper, you kick the bucket. Control the money that you coming out with pocket. Not get me started. System set up and just to get me wanted. Keep us to wait and still not planted.
Listen,
all the seed I father planted.
Cold.
This is for them I know. Bring them out when I see them alone. This is for them I know.
The voice of music MC.
Them and them big and
Music MC bias was Babylon.
this is for them I know. Bring them out when I see them alone. This is for them I know.
Yes, sire.
You never believe you will let
Them come go.
Live and die. Babylon I tell you lie. They can't joyful ways, they can't look you for a try. You and I,
Yes, MC, coming.
Sure. Police and soldier walk out there right now. Preacher and teacher walk out there right now. Get back to us, slow child with me right now. Check it out right now.
Yes,
okay, feel like this. This where them must say, well, none of that them a practice. No equal rights and we not see justice. Nothing you head that where we are, you get this. Some people get this. This is for them and us. Sing them a win and me see them a lose. This is for them and us. Them and them chicks and practice.
Yes, I am.
This is for them and us. Sing them a win and me see them a lose. This is for them and us.
All of them come through. NIT, what, Babylon,
Though I join hands so often with students and others behind jail bars singing it, we shall overcome. Sometimes we've had tears in our eyes when we joined together to sing it, but we still decided to sing it. We shall overcome. We shall overcome because Carlyle is right. No lie can live forever. We shall overcome because William Cullen Bryant is right. Truth crushed the earth will rise again. We shall overcome because James Russell Lowell is right. Truth forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne. Yet that scaffold sways the future. Behind the dim unknown standeth God within the shadows, keeping watch above his own. We shall overcome because the Bible is right. You shall reap what you sow. We shall overcome. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome. And with this faith, we will go out and adjourn the councils of despair and bring new light into the dark chambers of pessimism. We will be able to rise from the fatigue of despair to the buoyancy of hope. And this will be a great America. We will be the participants in making it so. And so as I leave you this evening, I say, walk together, children. Don't you get weary. There's a great camp meeting in the corner.
Yes, that's the voice of the one Mystic MC. You don't know. I'm gonna check one more time, check one more video for you from Mystic MC before my artist come. Remember, I wanna check live something for you from Mystic MC. Done.
Yes.
Okay.
That's nice again.
That's a song. Some songs coming in, so I have one more song coming from Think called Step It Up. Step It Up.
Eat what you eating, drink what you drinking, smoke what you smoking, just do your own thing. Music be making and no heartbreaking. Love and days of the whole world shaking. Action getting and more money making. Keep it real and no need activating. Rip like thinking what that you thinking. Mystic and say have the whole world talking. What that? How you want to play when me play the what that? How you want to stay when me stay the what that? How you want to do when me do the what that? How you want to make when me make the
and the voice of Mystic MC Think called pull up. Yes, look, everybody are tuning, you don't know. From them bass, dancehall music. Hey, the voice of MC Think call. Remember, little more Magnificent Joe there, your next artist, so keep logging till later, alright? The weekend vibe will start already, so it's a blessed weekend out there. Anyway, there is a love and lots of fun. Hey. Sure. No. Listen. In case you don't know, one of the foundation artists was against the listeners.
pull back come again. Run go tell me I'm go tell a friend pull back come again. Dance and music for way back and pull
Remember we there, live and direct, African reggae vibration. It's an African, Senegambian, solid Ceremonial, you know. African artist, Mystic MC, done in Denmark, we don't know. Yes, I am. From them days, Sky Records. Sure. Mystic.
you want to play when you play the what you want to stay when you stay the what you want to do when you do the what you want to make when you make.
Hey, listen this, MC. Yes, I have. Big up everybody out there. See. In the meantime, let me give you the next Mystic MC. You don't know vibes, they are endlessly. You don't know vibes are coming, dropping.
Hey, see the life. See it's Mystic. You have to know the good things in life and choose it. See me, I said, because it's all boys and just man and woman. No matter where you come from, how the reason that come from. Hey, it's Mystic MC.
And the thing called Set It Up. Check it.
Step it up and step it up and step it up. The life you know we have to step up. Live it up and live it up and live it up and live it up. The life you know we have to live.
Yes, I
step it up and step it up and step it up.
The voice of Mystic MC. Mystic, you don't know thing called step in. Live it up.
Sing them a win and now me see them a lose. Them choose the wrong things and now them get confused. See them in them jacket and so. Oh yes. Feet in a wrong shoes. The works of Jamie said they want to review. I don't choose no lose.
The voice of Mystic
MC. Me blow them fuse. I can't show. Things I get out of control. Don't for them to tell them so. Time me say half of the story I've never been told. Alright, why you want to step it up and step it up and step it up and step it up. In the life you know we have to step up. Live it up and live it up and live it up and live it up. In the life you know we have to live up. Step it up and step it up and step it up and step it up. In the life you know we have to step up.
Let me check that's a life for you. I like that for life.
You know we have to live up. We say ashes to ashes. And dust to dust. And me no boy, no, me no bigger boss. I now come first and me now come last. Me no come here to fight now first. Things I get dangerous. Yes, tell you say things I get serious. Yes, people fight and the bus. Mankind, you don't know who you have to trust. Because them go about to vanity and well. You have to have love.
The voice of Mystic MC. Remember any moment from now. You got to have love.
Step it up and step it up and step it up and step it up. The life you know we have to step up.
Enjoy the music.
For the artists are coming. You know we have to live up.
Yes, I am.
Step it up and step it up and step it up.
Remember the voice
of Mystic
MC.
We have to step up. Live it up and live it up and
live
it up and live it up.
Live it up.
You see, it's Mystic. Me say natural is the mystic. Me say the mystic.
In case you don't know Mystic MC.
And the music is the mystic.
International.
We want you to learn. Direction is the first move. Take it slow and move smooth. Yes, me say road can be rocky, road can be steep. And in a life, you know we want to achieve. Plant good seed and good seed will grow.
Listen carefully. Yes, sir.
You say love life. I feel love life. You say believe life. I believe life. You say feel love life. If the life you love and make we love it. One more
think
time.
also love give your yes, right. The words of MC.
Mystic MC me and step it up and step it up and step it up and step it up. In the life you know we have to step up. Live it up and live it up.
Yes, sir. In the meantime, make me check you something, friends. different, something different from Mystic MC. If I'm gonna see any live performance from the brother, normally we get one from Czech Republic. Was a long one. I will see if I will get a next, but there is nothing coming, kinda. I'll try give the people a live video from Mystic MC. Let's go back to Czech Republic. That one, yeah. Listen.
So yes, that's nice again.
Pull up. We're talking about the live, real live one, you know. Mystic MC down in a Czech Republic. Leave it up. Okay. Before that song you're coming, just find a thing. Listen this.
Wonderful Czech Republic. We're gonna stop it before Eileen. We have to stop it before Eileen.
It's a brother who was doing it all over the place. Mystic MC. This one here in the Czech Republic. It is Budapest rhythm band from them days. Mystic MC. That's the live performance. Sure. MC. Yes, sir. Yeah. How about the story I've never been told? MC this. Think all we have to live it up. Yeah. Yes, in case you don't know, Mystic MC that live in a Czech Republic them days, you know. Don't know, 2010. Okay. You have the Budapest rhythm band, you don't know. In case you don't know, one of the best rhythm bands out of Europe still, you know. Can look out the House of Rhythm Foundation. Yes, I think on. Yes, I. Fire Bliss. Alright, let me pull up that song again. Let me pull up that video. It's a nice song. Cause my artist not coming yet. Mystic, we are waiting. We waiting. Check it. What I mean? Wow. Yes, I. Think all. Live and direct MC that. Yes, I think all. You want to visit there. Yeah. Now I can. Yeah. Check it. African Reggae Vibration. Remember you tune in DJ Taff Life and direct thing called Let's Talk. In the meantime, between time, I just say, you know, artists are coming soon. Hopefully, MZ. Then we say vibes. In the meantime, between time. Cheers. Into. Cheers. Step it up. Yes, I am. Yeah. Sure. This is for them and yes, I am. Don't know, big up everybody I see everything out there. Big up myself, elevator, whole time. Yes, I am. Yes, that's the voice of Mr. MC, live and direct, down in a Czech Republic, you know. Czech Republic. I could check a very old video here. You just see, I could play for you people out.
Me and the boy and a friend. You just see me with them. Me and the boy and a friend. You just see me with them. I did. Who that kind of a way keep on another man? Who that kind of a way hang up on another man? Who that kind of a way
Just taking us there, we hear this.
who that kind of man? Who that kind of a way stack on another man? What kind of man way you keep on another man? Who that kind of man way shop on another man? Who that kind of man? Check this.
This was Gallup anniversary some 10 years ago. Down in Australia. Alongside Natty King, Ranking Fire. There's many artists in here, you know. But Lam C said, big up. Pull up again. Okay, that's another freestyler coming. Let me play something from MC. So
that question are the first thing we come out of my mouth. Well, Shorty, me not tell you no lie. Your body no stop flying, man. Shorty, shape and body you got it. No woman, they are you the man they want it. Call me dada, man with the banana. Dada, Coronel, say that man they come from Ghana. Come make we intervene. Give me the thing that make me set the thing.
Yeah.
Have the piece apart from me lock it in. No lotion, no Vaseline. Have you ever tried a thing like this? With enough love and enough kids. Head to toe, we done a twitch. Enough respect, woman, me not this. Woman, wanna cry over you. You wanna cry over, man, I'm gonna cry over you. Fight over, man, I'm gonna fight over you. You loving me, I
again.
Listen this.
Yes, sir.
Shot me not tell you no lie. Your body no stop.
Coming, MC.
Shape and body you got it. No woman they are you the man them want it. Call me dada, man with the banana. Dana Coronel, say that man they come from Ghana. Come make we intervene. Give me the thing that make me set the thing. Have the piece apart from me lock it in. No lotion, no Vaseline. Have you ever tried a thing like this? With enough love and enough kids. Head to toe, we done a quits. Enough respect, woman, me not this. Woman, wanna cry over you. You wanna cry over, man, I'm gonna cry over you. Fight over, man, I'm gonna fight over you. You loving me, and me loving you. Shorty, shape and body you got it. No woman they are you the man them want it. Call me dada, man with the banana. Dana Coronel, say that man they come from Ghana. Hey, you the man I watch. Love expensive, never dash. You no bash men for the mango bash. You no garbage for the mango trash. No, I'm not in dinner. Bunty can't come in dinner. in, he never come in there now. I man think they in there. Think I'm great and well fortunate. Woman like you, I have to congratulate. Oh, you look so good, you know you can't have no mate. Ring on your finger, then I make a wait. Shorty, shape and body you got it. No woman, they are you the man, them want it. Call me dada, man with the banana.
The voice of Mr. MC get this episode
Girl, you're so beautiful, so decent. Talk with a foreign accent. You put a bright smile on my face. You keep love fireplace. Not two things in there now. And you can't come in there. No man now walk past in there now. Keep it tight in there. In a life we need food to survive. Same way we need you to get in a me life. Enough man a gym just to get you for your wife. Yeah, them no mind cut them up like a knife. Shape and body you got it. No woman they are you the man they want it. Call me dada, man with the banana. Dana Karena Lana say the man they come from Ghana. Shape and body you got it. No woman they are you the man they want it. Call me dada, man with the banana. Dana Karena Lana say the man.
Yes, I think call.
Shape and body you got it. No woman they are you the man they want it.
Yes. For shape and body you got it. You don't know the man just enter himself. Most MC.
Thanks, Papa.
I got big greetings from Vienna, you know, Austria. Yes, I.
Oh man, Papa, a long time, you know, touch the ends there.
For real, long time, you know. Cause the last time it was arranged and fixed, but lately MC something got wrong. We couldn't get the MC. Yeah.
Yo, yeah, I say it goes sometimes, you know.
Definitely. But I'm happy to see you.
Sometimes we plan things.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we plan things and just plan things different, is it?
Thank you. That's very right, you know. So we say Jah works at the right time. But I'm happy to have you here today on this platform thing called Let's Talk. It's an honor for me seeing you there live and direct, and then some of your fans out there are tuning already, waiting for the MC. Great to see you, you know.
I don't know, so from you call me have to come. Is it?
I salute you're my big brother, you know. So I salute. Yes, I. But that's all love, you know. We grow up in Kolole. You people was our elders and inspiration, you know. Because I remember was going to Kotu High School while the Black Nature, you know, Black Nature was going on from them days. You have the big photo at the Coca, you know, the sub out there, the big photo of Black Nature. So it's always on our eye. Black Nature.
True.
You know, so
yeah,
you
man,
people are part of
the
inspiration. You're part of the inspiration. So it's an honor.
But let me travel and come and see you boss up the place. You have your sound system and you have your record shop and them thing there. You say, yo, yeah,
definitely.
Man, yeah. You pioneer the thing, them. I know foreign you start the thing. You started down a yard, is it?
Definitely. Thank you.
Thing, you know what you do. That's why it's anytime you call me, you say, yo, Taff have the thing under control, Taff know what I do.
Yes,
you see?
Thank you.
Because you know, in this age and time, you have everybody is a selector, everybody is a DJ. Everybody who have a smartphone and have access to the internet, them back.
Yeah.
Them say them at the top of the top. And them along the city. But we never see them nowhere.
No.
You wonder where like this, we never see them nowhere, you know?
Okay. Yes, MC. Love and respect, you know. Happy to see you out there, you know, definitely. I would love a small history or story you can tell. Let's say story, you know, small history about your musical journey. Just give us you know, how it starts and, you know, some little thing happen, and, you know, we love to hear some.
Yeah, man. Cause my musical journey started because it's not like we come in at the game if you just make a name. We create a platform. There was nobody when we started. You understand?
Definitely.
The only people doing it was the local, like I said, the traditional artists. That's the legendary, like people like Jeliba Kuyate, Usunjai Senior,
yes, sir.
The traditional musicians, them, you know.
Yes, sir. Tata Dinding and the rest of them, you know.
Exactly. Usu Musangom and the Mande. You understand?
Yes,
So, but for the as a youth, our time, both for hip hop and reggae, nobody about it, Bridget. Nobody.
No.
Because we just have from Senegal, Ghana, Nigeria, or other places. But Gambia, if you make it that time, you have to go traditional. You have to play some traditional instrument as like that. But we are watch. That time them is that liquid. Me I watch them Sunsplash. Can me have them pan cassette. You know, Sunsplash. The time of this of Sunsplash, and it was not even Sting. It was like Sunsplash in Jamaica. They used to call it reggae Sunsplash. I've one band back up all the artists. You know, Shabba Rajaman, Lieutenant Stitchy, and all of them. I say, yo, look here, man. We can do them things. Yeah, so why we cannot do it? So it's not like there was a competition. Nobody was doing it. Nobody
doing it.
You understand? Nobody not upon it. Only few radio DJs like Daddy E from Gangster Promotion. You see, Daddy E, I am pioneer man like me. I am open the door for somebody like me. Ramos, I saw you have Radimos the last time. Yeah,
Radimos, Jungle P, maybe.
Jungle P, Rebel Bio, Gunchi, Gunchi Gogan, you know, we call him Rap Gunchi, you know, Monday, you see.
Right.
So we and me coming now, everybody I do for them thing, but me I come do it more because me have access to the cassettes, them. Me have the tape cassettes, them. So me I watch how Shabba Ranks them, I boss it, Ninja Man them, I boss it, how them I perform on stage and thing. So when time me I go, when there's a stage show and thing, you understand? Because me always, if we go up on stage shows and thing, me I sit down and watch some cassette. And so Ninja Man them, I boss it and Shabba Ranks and them thing there. But then it was not an easy thing because today them have it easy because they have studios all over the place.
Definitely.
But our time there was no lot of studios. It was 2 studios, and then the other people have to go to Senegal to do them recording. Our time it was Ilina
these 2 studios. Ilina
was Ilina Shiv, another guy called Gilbert in a banjo. Gilbert was like a Lebanese guy who something like that. And Ilina Shiv, Adam to the
Alliance Franco was not happening that time, no. Alliance Franco, they didn't start.
They have a rehearsal praise. They have the rehearsal rooms, but they don't have no recording studio.
Wow. Okay. Good to know.
Daddy Illy was having a 4-track machine. Daddy Illy used to have a 4-track machine. And everybody who want to record, you have to go to Daddy Illy house, man. Daddy Illy have a room where at this man a record. If you stand so you stand your record.
Wow.
It was a journey, you know. And
interesting, radio, you know, that's why I wanted to hear from you. You people see it, you know, live. So
and it was difficult to have, you know, today all the radio DJs them have a smartphone. You understand? So that if you record a tune and you want the radio to play it, you have to go to the radio station and get the DJ personally. And say, DJ, this is my tune, and so sometimes you left Kololi and go out to Bakau maybe, you know, West Coast radio, and the DJ you have to meet maybe is Daddy Illy. So if Daddy Illy not in at this station, Bridget, you have to go back home. You have to figure out how you get to go back home, or you walk from Bakau straight to Kololi again. And because you can't reach Daddy Illy on the phone, you have to call the radio station.
This is what I mean.
Okay. You know, and if you call the telephone, then they say, "Oh, Illy's here. It's here, but we don't know or go home. Maybe it's here for the hour." And you rush up and prepare yourself. And you put them tell you so they're not there. In gone.
Okay. So if you go home and come back again.
It was a rough road, you know. It's a rough road. But that is what keeps us stronger, you know. That's why we appreciate the trade, the thing, because you know, come easy. You know, just like today, everybody have it easy because today everybody is for them on a radio station, everybody is for them on a promoter, everybody is for them on a selector because there's platforms for all of this. There was no YouTube, there was no Facebook, there was none of that.
Right. Definitely.
So it's only the radio and the television.
Right.
And we are definitely for television come, you know.
Oh yeah, Gambia lately have television. Very lately.
Yeah.
That's
Gambia have them television sometime around 1995, 96.
Yeah.
And we are both them time there. We are doing thing before that time.
Wow, definitely.
Because we've been doing this before the Yahya Jammeh, the former president, and that guy ruled Gambia for 22 years. So if imagine we've been busting it before that.
So this is some 30 years ago, coming to 30 years, you know.
Yeah, man,
already
from we are little youth.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
I remember personally,
you already have a record shop. You remember I come to your record shop and bring you some CDs and cassette.
Definitely.
That was like
Lena
my
second holiday. Right.
So that's
definitely
what even keep me and you connection, because music, you don't just wake up and do music. You follow the journey, you understand? You have sound system. You used to run things in a place called Funky Banana. You remember Funky Banana where you have your sound system?
Funky Banana, yeah, definitely. Funky Banana, you know, you are right. Funky Banana and then Rasta Garden. To tell you, MC, the day they was closing Rasta Garden, the military come from Fajara Barracks. I was the one DJing, and they just come in. Mr. Njai came to me, said, DJ, please stop the music. The soldiers, like, you know, take everybody out of the place and then, you know, take some few elders out. Since then, there was no music. So I couldn't remember the last song I was DJing in Rasta Garden. Would be very interesting for me, but I couldn't remember. So that was a time. And the Rasta Garden, we had cows, then villagers, you know. But anytime you come in, you people are cows. Then cows was getting full up. The owner, he had the next place called villagers, just at the other side of the road, you know. Definitely. So with that music, with the story, with this, it's very interesting, you know. You people can tell us, you know, the musical journey. Like this was Black Nature, Fugitives.
Yeah, Fugitive.
Maslavi.
Because when we started, it was when we come in at the business, it was Black Nature. Then after come Fugitive. Then you have Penchabi, you know. You have Penchabi, then you have Maslabi and them other things.
Wicked.
Actually,
Born Africans coming.
Yeah, so it was but so everybody used to eat food shows, you know.
Yeah.
Because it was few artists, and it was a group. It was Black Nature, Penchabi, Fugitive, Maslabi. Then after other groups,
some more coming.
Different
Right.
Other groups. You understand?
Definitely.
But then
you people,
our time there was no competition. You understand? There was no competition between artists and groups. You see?
Right.
We all so everybody was good to everybody. And when it's a festival, every group go to the stage and bust up the thing. And when after the stage, everybody good again. Oh, I forgot Born Africans. Born Africans.
Born Africans.
And Born Africans.
Right.
You know?
Thank you.
But Born Africans came after Penchabi and them thing then. Because Penchabi was formed by the late Flying Lion. You know, Flying
Lion, yeah. Definitely,
you know?
I know Flying Lion. Rest in peace, brother. Yeah, rest in peace. Definitely. I remember. Thank you. Good thing. That's a part of you know, Gambian, let's say Senegambian music you know, industry story. The first rap groups we get from Senegambia, it comes, you know, we was just calling the names. Music MC is part of those from the Black Nature Foundation group. Tijan was just mentioning something here for me. It's called House Vibes Production. Do you remember that? House Vibes.
Tijan, you mean Tashman?
Tashman. Yeah. Tash.
All right. Okay, you see with Tijan now, Tijan's been in the game for too long because Tijan played a big role for Fugitive. You understand?
Yeah.
Because Tijan, Tashman, was part of Black Nature at first. You understand? Tasman is a legend. Enough people don't know Tasman. Okay. Tasman a pioneer to this thing. Tasman was there when Black, you understand? Then Tasman, maybe the people now go and tell the truth or will kind of feel big about everything. But Tasman, if it without Tasman, they would have not been a fugitive. Because a Tasman set up is part of the 5 pillars of fugitives. You understand?
Wow.
Tasman was part of Black Nature, but because Tasman can pipeline Kololi.
Yeah.
So Tasman go to fugitive. You see, even the name before Tasman was called Graduate. You see the Graduate. Sam George later called himself Graduate. That name Graduate was Tasman.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Tasman first artist name was Graduate.
Graduate. Okay. Good to know.
So we don't know how impossible to Sam George and thing, but Tasman was using that name Graduate before Sam George get for the name. And Tasman now Tasman was part of. You see, Tasman is a rebel, you know. Man, you don't know Tasman.
Okay.
Tasman is a one-man army, you see. Because Tasman, you can't tell whether Tasman was a fugitive or he was a Black Nature, you see.
Okay.
So he will come to Black Nature rehearsal and do him thing and go to fugitive and do his thing. So at one point, we don't trust him. Because when he come away we have say, you know what, we have to keep. We not have to say much because Tasman I go take everything and go fugitive. You know?
Go take it to fugitive. Okay. Interesting.
Because it was in and out.
Okay. Wow. So that's interesting because he don't have no kind of complication. It's like, let me work with this. Let me work with this. He's in between two groups. Something interesting, you know. That's good. That's great thing.
He's always in and out, you know.
Wow. Thank you. Good. So in reality, it's like, okay, there was Black Nature, then come fugitives. Because Taff was with Black Nature and then start a thing with fugitives. Taff was with Black Nature and then come to fugitives. He was in between the two groups, but it started from Black Nature.
Actually, Tasman's fugitive, you know. A Tasman set up fugitive.
Wow.
Tasman was in the beginning of Black Nature, you know. Tasman was part of Black Nature.
Good to know.
Then, just because he can go back and forth, and he wanted to be, I think, the lead vocalist for Black Nature, and because at one reason he decided that he must start his own group. A few months after we figure out Tasman, the fugitive.
Okay.
You understand?
Interesting.
Because
I understand.
He wanted to be the lead vocalist for Black Nature, and we tell him, say, no, that can't go on because you don't come all the time. Sometimes you come, sometimes you don't come for rehearsals. Sometimes
he's
you
not
come 1 2 weeks, we not see you. Okay. In go pipeline.
Taff.
You understand?
I understand, definitely. From you, Mustik, you just tell us this musical journey, you know, because I don't need to ask you much questions even. Just tell us some steps in this musical journey that you pass through that we don't know even, you know. I would love to know then. Yeah, something like that. Because you people have the history of our Gambian music, Mustik. We will love to know things that, you know, people don't know. Because now me telling me some of these things, I'm getting like, you know, first time hearing about it, knowing it. So we'll be very interested to hear some things that the people don't know about this
because
music.
The thing with Gambian music is, the thing with Gambian music, we don't give we don't give a respect where respect is due. You understand? You see? Because since we come into the business until now, some of us not in a music still. Body to say, you know what, fugitives, we should give fugitive. I'm not even gonna say Black Nature, but just so that I'm not talking about myself or my past group, but let's just take for example. Fugitive should have honor, you know, like and should have honor fugitive. Like say, you know, fugitive, you were from the beginning, you open the doors for a lot of hip hop.
Right.
You understand? You share you share your you know, they were in the forefront. Like where you go to a battlefield, you know, a war front, Fugitive was always in the front. If you take the bullet, you understand, ready for anything will come a road.
Yeah.
So a day like today, they should have said, you know what, Fugitive, we should honor you. If it's not even former dictator, or any other leader,
the Gambia
say, you know
music union
just honor this guy something. You understand?
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's because I cannot say black nature. So because if I say black nature, just like me, I talk about black nature. But Fugitive, anywhere black nature was, Fugitive was there. It was back and back to back. So I choose as an example because I have that on, you know. So up till that time, until now, nobody. You see, even the pioneer, even like the legend, the traditional. Now let's talk about, for example, Jeliba Kuyate.
Yeah.
You see, Usunjai Senior, Alem Mande. There should be at least not an award. Award is everybody can set up an award show, but no, you know, to say we honor these people. You know, like David Radigan, when they give him the David Radigan or something. We honor that make it easy. We feel like, all right, you know what?
At least I did something, yeah.
The people who was here before us, give them the respect with them deserve. You understand? But you from the young, them not still a respect from nobody. Them not see Jeliba Kuyate with a honor. Them not see Usunja Senior with a honor. Them not see Tata Dinding with a honor. Them not see them not see the late Musangong with a honor. Them not see Fugitive with a honor. Them not see Black Nature with a honor. So them not go take the thing as something that is honorable. So we give something they can live off. Them go we just have to deal with the thing, but that's why we don't have no respect. With no respect. The artists who come in the game 4 years ago,
they don't know.
People been here for the past.
They don't even know you.
They cannot trust they cannot research about us. They don't know about us. They think we was just a hurry come up, who come and do music and go, because nothing was they're no name
in order.
You know, they've not put no title to a name, not just me or Black Nature, but Fugitive, Usunjai Senior, Jeliba Kuyate, all these people. The only time they think they can give you a title is if they organize an award show. Then they say they give you an award. Everybody can set up an award show, you know, Bridget.
Definitely.
Everybody can do that. But there should be something, the upper hands, you know, the culture minister or the trade or something like something.
This what I wanted to ask you, who you think should do something like this? Is it the Gambia Arts and Culture, or the Minister of Arts and Culture, or Minister of Tourism, who should look up the artists and say,
it should be under Arts and Culture,
right? Normally
it's a different thing, but minister, that's why you have the Ministry of Arts and Culture, the same minister that is responsible for football and youth and sports, because there's a ministry. It's not just to that ministry have to keep eye on the people that are creating exchange, because music is a big it can create in exchange, you know. You see lately all these artists coming from Senegal playing in the Independence Stadium, and it's business. When they play, it's income, you know, income tax and all of that. Music is trade, but to them not too. Them just feel like, but it should. You see, the Ministry of Arts and Culture should responsible for them thing there.
If somebody listening out there, maybe if they are not listening, they will listen to this from Mystic MC, Gambia Arts and Culture, or the Minister of Tourism, and please check out for this thing and support the
Minister of Youth, Minister of Arts and Culture.
Arts and Culture, Minister of Sport,
you know. Research and thing. Now it's arts and culture. The Minister for Arts and Culture have to make sure these things are in place. You understand?
Arts and Culture.
We have let them go and them die with no honor. No honor. Usunjai Senior, Musangom, and them man Bridging. The only people who give them on the streets is the streets. People like me and you say, yo, that guy is a legend. That guy is a pioneer. That guy is a legend. But what about that honor? That it will be in history. Something. You see? Like the late,
so the thing is,
and all these people got that honor from the Prime Minister of Jamaica because of what they what they did in Jamaica. But Gambia no artist honor for.
Thank you. Somebody like you with your experience, you know, doing music back home. You came to foreign, doing music, even tours in bigger festivals. You're gonna name me some few festivals that you perform as a solo artist, Mystic MC, not with the group Black Nature. You have a experience that maybe when you reach back home, you talk with this Gambia Arts and Culture or the Minister of Arts and Culture, they will be interested because they might love to do it, but they don't know how to do it. So they need a teachings out there with somebody, some people who have experience like you. So I would say if you reach back home, just find that time and space and go meet these people, talk to them, they will hear you because they don't know, most of them, I would say. So somebody need to tell
Yeah,
them
man.
something and they need.
Yeah, the perfect, even though I am not a politician, I don't support a political party, and I was not a member of APRC, or I am not a big fan of the former.
Jamming.
But the perfect is for that should have been that Roots Homecoming Festival. You see, Roots Homecoming Festival was a perfect platform to honor some of the artists, the local artists in the Gambia, you know. Place them to the forefront and give them some hours, honor them for something. You understand? But still, it's not late.
Sure.
They can still come up with platforms like that. The ministry have a thing like that. Maybe a honor night. They call it an honor night, not awards night or whatever. Gambian music honor night or something. Maybe once a year. That's one night.
Thank you.
Year. And then them honor who them have
no.
honor. You know?
You know what you gonna tell me after this interview? You're gonna tell me, give me some ways out how to do this thing, and we will have our presentation. We send it to those people. We are like, we want to do this award, something here, and they need to approve it. You know, when it makes sense, it's something good with a good planning. I think they will be ready to take that. And like what you're saying, I think the traveling too, it disturbs our thing too much. Because me personally, you're talking about the Roots Homecoming Festival. I know I went to a stage that because I was even in a good contact with the Gambia Arts and Culture, like Balasawo is one of the brothers next to the chairman of the Arts and Culture, you know. I couldn't remember the bars that time. So the same time the government had a thing, they brought Sister Carol to Gambia. So Sister Carol, I was in between Sister Carol and the government, you know. I remember we was at the stadium, the vice president is sitting, Sister Carol and her people sitting. I was in between the stage, Sister Carol, while, you know, just beside the vice president. So we went up to some levels, and then after you left, then, you know, it's not happening. We have to think about that and go back home and try to, you know, build vibes again. MC, we need your ideas, your experience that you get. They will listen to you, and it's a good something. They have to take it.
You know, the thing is, when you want to do it, or I want to do it, them now go take it serious, because them go take it and put it into the private sector. Yeah.
Okay.
Then the people who should endorse your thing, them now go endorse your thing, because them are going to look at Taff come to the Gambia to make money. He's a businessman. You understand?
Okay, let me tell you what Taff do.
Contribution. Yeah.
Let me tell you what I did here now. I have an official organization, which is Austria, Gambia, and Senegal. Official organization. So whatever we doing here in Austria, we have same rights. When I registered it back home, we have same rights to operate in Gambia and Senegal. So it starts here officially. With that official some things that they won't see you like an individual, you know. They will see you like you know, it's an organization. Then they have to listen. We have plans for them, you know. I just get lots of football kits for the kids back home. If I manage to make that thing reach out home, then we have to wait to talk to these people and, you know, make them listen to us, and, you know, we have to present them some things, for them to know and to learn about it. So
I believe so.
Yeah. With that one, me and you wanna talk about it. You tell me how.
As a partner with private sector or something to create this kind of thing, because anytime you wanna do it, some people don't see the good you wanna do. You know, it's an African mentality. First, them are gonna think
Yeah.
He is from foreign. He come to Africa to make money and put the money in his pocket. Them now see that you're creating a platform. You see, we always forget about the platform. We always just think about he is a businessman. He want to make money, but you have to think about the platform that you create for others. You understand? Because you right now, when you create a platform and move on and pass it to somebody else, somebody create a platform and somebody else and somebody, you see, that's how it go. But we don't have that culture of creating platform, because anytime we start a platform, your own people are going to try to bring down a platform, because they will see us, they don't see the positive side. They always think, oh, he's from Austria, he's not he want to bring all these artists and make money from them. You understand? That's why me know why I'm divert. Me know why I'm divert, but it's hard for us to work with the new artists. Some of these new artists, when you want to work with them, first what them think is, oh, this brother, them a show, them a pioneer, or them want to show, say them a legend, them want to come make money out of us. Nah, man, we already make what we have to make. We just want a platform. The thing to grow and sustain for other people. Them not see it that way. That's why it's very hard for even us to work with the newcomer, the new acts. You understand? Let me give you a joke. Let me just give you a short story before you move on. There was one female artist, you see.
Yeah.
The female artist, me go call her name.
Call the name.
Kind of diss me.
We good.
Kind of diss me. Cause me not like them youth, they're full of themselves. You see that them call a dancehall artist. What they call the girl again? What them call the girl again, man? She called it
in a Gambia.
You understand?
Sophia.
Yeah, man. You already have the girl on your platform. She called it Sophia. Diva, dancehall diva, right?
Yeah, Sophia. Yeah.
All right, check it. Me, I want me or somebody. Even though me not depend music, me like to create a platform for other people. You see, ENC and them band there, them are some of the baddest dancers, you them. And me and them boy, they good. You see? Me, ENC,
thank you.
You might go email me from time to time. And me, I go send ENC some rhythms. And ENC never have problem with me. ENC good. So me just want to say, all right, show me like them youth where boss dancers, them are doing them thing, me love it. Check that girl, you know. Me and the girl, me want to bring her for my platform. You understand? Like an interview for my podcast.
Yeah.
You see, African girl full of time. Maybe she think a puna anymore. Your girl may have better things to deal with, man. May have girl pick with them and anything. You understand?
Sorry,
so me call this girl. Cause me is a man, me respect time, you know. Me call the girl.
Definitely.
Oh, we have an interview today. Oh, I forgot that. Yo, girl, my time you waste, you know. Girl,
definitely.
Me take my time and reach out to you, you know, already. Me reach out to you one time and you say you forgot that day. We build up another appointment. Me say, all right, we move it to another day. We move it to Wednesday. Me call it again. She tell me, say, all right, let me call you back on. Yo, Taff, you know me, Bridget. Cause me is a man, Bridget. If me call somebody one time, yo, so me look on the things that you said that girl I want to make my thing really. She think me I want boy who just want go look at her and something. That girl, I youth them, you know what I mean? But through them, we just give an example of some of the youth you are going. So that are gonna make me I go feel like say, you know what, we don't want to deal with no youth again. Because the youth them not them research, them just think so. Yesterday we come to the business and we just want you understand?
Thank you.
So
thank
that's
you.
To say to reach out, we must have to pre them. But the youth them were boss.
I will cut you.
Some of the hardest youth them in a dancer, me and them good. Cause like ENC and them youth them are call me elder.
Yeah.
We don't even expect ENC and them to call me elder, but because ANC know my contribution in a dancehall and what we do already.
Big time.
So them youth them youth, you know, them just lose it. Them, you know, them always a thing. If a man call a girl, it's all about maybe a woman business. Woman business not bring me here. So you understand?
Definitely. That part I will say I had an interview with two ladies and they say, okay, these are the struggles they have in the music business. It's like men's wanna like kind of, you know, play or whatever. So some people might take that as okay, every man calling is like something like that. But then, like you say, the artists themselves need to make that research, know who is who you are talking with, you know. I would say I had same trouble, you know, because normally here we deal with time every 5 minutes. What I know in Austria, if you're late for 5 minutes at your working place, your boss might tell you go home. You don't work for this day. Tomorrow you can come in. But that day, because you're late for 5 minutes, that might cause it that you don't work for that day. And same thing, I have a problem, I wrote Sophia. We're gonna call your name Sophia, but for good.
Yo. Me some
For
man,
good,
from you give me a time, Bridget. From you give me a time, man. I feel respect that time there because you don't know maybe what I've cancelled and what I've managed to fit in that time.
This is what I mean.
And,
thank you.
And you understand? So me, I don't just as lateness, I disrespect. Me, I just say, you see that girl, yeah, she had this me, She want to style my thing. You understand?
Yeah.
That's why me just now. Me not bother. Then I even blame myself. I say, am I fault? I me go link her up. Make sure that just stay in my corner. You understand?
But
so
you are artist.
To reach out to somebody.
You artist. You already did things with many promoters, and you've been through things like this already. So it's not something new for you. But the advice will be.
Nah, I don't know nothing for me. But I just she kind of make me feel then always, because enough artists have said, people that like music should do this and help this and that. Because the mindset, because some of the window to them, you're bridging, this is music and it's a music business. It's called music and it's called music business. Any artist me link up, me not link with nothing else but a music. Because a music them know me for. And if me link it's because of music. You understand? Any artist we link up, I link you up because of music. That is what we have in common. A music we have to deal with. You understand? After that, you did. But some of them not seeing it. Cause me no want nothing for no artist right now. If me I work with an artist, it's to build bridges, not to build walls, but to create bridges.
No.
You understand?
Bridges, Thank you. Definitely.
That's why it's hard for me to work. Even in Austria, only are you alone me deal with, Bridget. That's why I even said it, me text it somewhere. Me say, me and Taff good, If somebody else link me up, me now link them back. Cause I be know how you serious, how you take your work, and me know where you come from, and me know what you do. So me know say if I Taff has some serious thing, we have to deal with. You understand?
Thank you. It's
Austria,
appreciated.
Man, apart from you and the producer youth. Ras Askia. Me like that you.
Hardcore.
You see, Ras Askia.
Okay.
Ras Askia. Me know him go say me know how to pronounce his name proper.
Hardcore production.
Hardcore production. Ras Askia.
Yeah.
Humble youth.
But
MC. I'm a producer him and
it's a good talent. Genius. Genius. Let's comment on this thing because it's very important. Me personally, as you say, Sophia, I feel kind of disappointed too because I made an arrangement and make a flyer 1 month or 3 weeks minimum before, send you the flyer. You post a flyer or not, that's not really a tough problem. I don't mind a lot. But the day of the interview come, you don't even know today is the interview first. Second, you lose the time. I had to I'm somebody who don't like to cancel, if I announce something, I don't like to cancel it. I will push it to the last moment. When it's not working, then I'm like, okay, works. It's not working. But how she did it, okay, she didn't know even the time we was having an interview. I called her, she was on a video shooting. So we had to do a short interview, talk like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, not more. And why artists are writing me, even big artists write me, say, brother, I would love to have an interview. And then your people, they think, are they big already? That they think say they are big, that they couldn't take that time to respond to you. Other people see their music and know about them. You don't know who is gonna watch you, and you don't know which level is gonna take you. So don't see a promoter or a DJ platform. You say, okay, this is very small for you. You are not big nowhere yet, So you shouldn't get that hype.
That is the problem because that is the problem with some of them. Me not supposed to say all of them, but some of them. You see, some of them. These are the small things like this is what make a lot of people don't want to work them because profession is time. You see, if you look, it's simple to say, look, I cannot make it. Let's find another date.
It's understandable and it's respected.
It's understandable.
Thank you.
100 because everybody have things to do. Because they just say, look, I cannot make it. But if you give the man time, Bridget, you say, I will link you up on this and You see girl there?
Yeah.
That girl there make me vex, Bridget. Me say, yo, you see that girl there?
All right. Sophia,
Nobody
please
easily
next
run
time
with my
if we link
time.
you, if we link you in
Me
Europe,
no
here
want
time is a factor,
no more that girl there, she there, pan. Cause me no
I told
want
her when
no
the
she there,
album is
pan. That girl
out,
there,
I
no
will
want
get to
see.
her back and for an interview. So greetings and to
No,
all
that
artists.
girl, you know, yo.
Down in Africa, just try to deal with time. And if somebody talk to you, taking their time and energy here, it's not about woman like MC say, it's not our problem. So if it is that only we won't reach to you, there is millions around the corner. So it's just the respect
Yeah,
and
you
the
see me,
works
I
to
say.
production. Yeah. Mustik, thank you. Let's go back to, the
Hello?
music thing. You after, can you tell me how many festivals you perform? Because I know you've been going to Budapest,
You mean
Czech Republic.
international or Africa?
International.
Bridget, me boss all of them. Me boss up all of the reggae
Sure.
festivals. Summer
Rototom,
Jam, Rototom. Yeah, man. I boss Rototom
please
when it was
call
in
them.
Italy, you know.
Mustik, please, I would love you to call few that you remember right now,
I bought
because it
Rototom
counts.
Festival when it was in Italy, in a place called
Udine.
Udine. I bought
Yeah,
Rototom
Udine.
Festival when it was in Italy. That was 2008.
Also
I bought it
Udine, yeah.
right after Ginger. I was in stage. After Ginger, that was my Ginger. You know Ginger from Jamaica.
I know Ginger,
So,
yeah.
And it was main stage, you know. It was main stage. Bridget, me boss it.
Wicked.
Italy massive, no mistake. May I tell you?
That
was well before it even come out. Before Italy, the festival come out.
Osopo. This is Osopo.
Summer Jam. I boss it. That was when the time when we started Summer Jam Festival. That was like from 2002, Bridget. No, 2002. Green stage, dancehall stage.
Okay.
Alongside one of the biggest songs from Cologne, the Pow sound.
Pow movement, wicked.
Pow movement was behind Jen Coleman. You understand?
Yeah, from them days, definitely.
And what other biggest reggae festival we have in Europe? All of and what other festival we have in Europe? I mean, I'm talking about the reggae and festivals.
Reggae.
And man, the two biggest, it was Summer Jam and Rototom.
Summer Jam, Reggae Jam.
We have
Reggae Jam, Summer Jam, Rototom.
No, Reggae Jam, we never play a Reggae Jam. We never play a Reggae Jam, but
yet.
We never play a reggae, but me play.
But check in different
other ones, them man.
Yeah. You cannot remember. It's hard to remember.
Festival in public that was called Real Beat.
Real Beat, yeah, Real Beat. I know.
Real Beat was the biggest reggae festival in Czech Republic. And then we have Germany. That was the jam. Summer Jam. We played Summer Jam 5 times already. You know.
Okay.
We played Summer Jam 5 times already.
Yeah.
You see, then Rototom we play twice. We play Rototom 2 times. And then then we come to the other festivals outside of Europe. Then we talk about the festival. First, we play a festival in Japan, you know. We play a festival in Japan where one time Every time
you have to tell us, what we don't know. Even Taff don't know that, you've been to Japan to play the reggae music.
Yeah,
so
because Taff, the time where we are boss things, we don't have, we are boss them things away before you
camera,
Facebook,
Trust me,
we can't really do them things there.
I think the same to music. I say, okay, even Austria, this type of shows I did in this Vienna hadn't been is this time you get those things on record. People won't believe the type of work you did, all that time. So it's right, we couldn't get those things.
Virgin, show in a China. Me boss a show. Me tell you one show when me boss in a China. China. Yeah, man. Played China 2 times already, But it was like 2004 and 2005.
Wow.
But we don't have Facebook and them thing there.
We can't.
When we boss the show, we boss the players. People, the people who bring me come to China is a the people who bring me come to China, there was some student, it's like a university. And them and me and two rapper boy. Me, you know, Cardinal official from America, Cardinal.
Yeah, I hear the name. I hear
it was me and Cardinal official from Canada.
Wow. Okay. And is this Gambian student?
Was the headline now?
Is it Gambian student?
Chinese people, Bridget, Gambian. I just not to deal. Have a lot of Gambian promoters not deal with me. Are you and King Ralph, two Gambian promoters I work with? You did.
Yes, right.
you did.
Wow. Okay. So the people need to know the works you did.
May I tell you about the story, man? So when we bust the thing, the promoter girl now.
Yeah.
Because artists, enough things we see in the world, Bridget.
This is what I'm saying.
Promoter girl now. She want to book me for 2 other shows. I'm tell her no, me can't because the following day me have to fly go back.
Wow.
She want cancel the ticket by me new 2 other shows.
Yeah.
Bridget, so me can't do that. Me say me can't do that because me have to come back the time the Bridget, you know, the Chinese food and them things that me can't deal with them things.
You tired?
Me want some. Me tired of that. Me tired, Reggie. The crowd was there, the people and everything there, but still me tired.
Yeah.
In China, me say, you know, you have girl. When I was in China, that's when I noticed that you can have a girl. We don't know if I can say it on this platform. You have some girl. For them to make love with a man, not necessarily have to make with a man. They just have to smell you, Bridget. Them just have to smell you. So
really?
So the girl who was supposed to take me to my hotel room, she was just like my PR, right?
Yeah.
So don't know, me tired, because me is a man after shows. Just like when I come Vienna, after shows, me just want to do shows and go home. And as I want to go back to the hotel room. And the girl, you know, so to know. Tell me, she tell me. Me say, yeah, me like you too. But you know, make me just reach to my hotel. Right now, me tired, you know, and them thing there. She says she like me, but she don't want to make no love. She just want to smell me. Me say, yeah, what you deal with? Smell me. Me say, African man, you know. What you that part?
Okay. All right, China, you hear that? it's interesting as an artist, you know. Okay. So Mystic,
you know,
yeah. It's very interesting, definitely. As the more you travel the world, the more things you see, and then you've been far already.
Yeah, even in South Africa too. I played in South Africa too. South Africa. I played in South just after the Water Drop. The Water Drop was number 5 in South African reggae charts.
Wow.
Number 5.
Water Drop.
You understand? 2010 when we just dropped the tune. You understand? And fly me go South Africa. And then after South Africa, we go to the other town. After South Africa, because the promoter for that show was from the show was in South Africa, was from the neighboring country, what they call the country. The country, the ladies them not have no clothes on.
Zimbabwe.
It's in South Africa.
Lesotho.
Yeah, it's close to South Africa.
Madagascar, Zimbabwe.
Yeah. It's one of them countries, South Africa. Where
it's inside South Africa, or it's a next country near South Africa? Beside.
It's just like you have Senegal and you have Casamas. You understand?
Lesotho, not Lesotho.
Where the Zulus are from, the Zulu, not the South African Zulu, the
Lesotho, no?
Jano, we can't
remember. We
go to that village there also. So many things, man, Bridget. So many places we go.
Respect. So that time you was working with a company, a agency, or you just doing your things yourself, you know, reaching out there?
No, there was a time I was signed, you know, because you understand in reggae business. I was Mystic MC, but also I was an executive producer. Most of the Danish boy then we are doing reggae and dancehall today. All the Danish boy, most of them were doing reggae and dancehall. So I was behind the production. So I don't necessarily have to sing a song, but I am the producer behind some of the songs. So I collect money from that because as a producer, When I ask for your rhythm, and in Denmark we have something called coda. You understand? Coda is it's like a rights where anytime the artist get paid, you the producer, you get paid too. You understand?
Wicked. That's wonderful. Thank
Yeah. So
you.
anytime even them songs play on the radio, if them songs play on the radio,
royalties.
If them get a 500, for example, if they get 1,000 krona, me I will get a 500.
Wicked.
So you have to understand in a Denmark, Bridget. In a Denmark, when we come to Denmark, we start sound system culture, yeah, so you know. So when we come here, so there was no sound system juggling. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. When we come here, so there was like nitty gritty DJ Cora, but nitty gritty left already. You understand?
Okay, right.
You know, when me come nitty gritty, I moved to Germany. So people know nitty gritty. People know DJ Cora. So the man, they're pioneer too. But even Gambian people don't know. Understand?
Yeah. Mustik, my time is running out now a bit because I have Magnificent Joe very soon, and as we talking, this thing is getting more interesting here. You know, you MC people need to hear from you people. You know, I will try a time that maybe you know I can. How is Bundas and you know how is the rest of the Black Nature? Because I have
man. Bundas they are Germany and they are now London. You know?
Wow.
But them not too they are make music. Them not do music, you know.
Music, yeah. This will be my next question. This will be my next question. Mustik, after doing all this work, all these past years till now, I know you are into music still, but you are not like full-time kind of inside. What's happening? Can you tell us something? What's not motivating?
Yeah, the thing with music, the thing I already now, I am at that stage where it's not about Mystic MC anymore. I just want to be part of something that is gonna grow, you know. If Missy said that you they have a talent, or that you they have a talent. So the things were because I still create beats, I still have my studio and everything. So I feel like even though I am front line, I don't necessarily have to be on the front line. I just want to share the little where me have and what me know and pass it on to somebody else to just do them thing. Yeah. So when I said I am not too active, it's not about me anymore. As an industry or any artist who want to see a good industry, or sometimes you just feel like, okay, I've done my best. I've taken here and I'm bringing it here. I can also pass somebody else, you know, to go and go do them thing. So that's the misunderstanding with some of these youths. Some of them new coming. When me approach them to do certain things, them not see that I just want to share some of my rhythms that some of the production that I can do, I just give to them. So that they can create something that people can say, yo, good music is coming from Gambia. Gambians are doing this. You understand?
Thank you.
So that's why sometimes when I see some of them are doing, yo, the artists are bad, and we reach out or we just say, yo, support the artists there. But some of them, maybe they don't used to that culture. When you say you have to do something with them or support, they only think, oh, this guy, he want to come use us, or you know. In Europe, you are in Australia. In the culture out here, that's how the culture is. When somebody feel like I have this material, but I cannot use it, but I can give it to Taff.
It will be useful.
Taff can use it. Exactly. Taff can take it to a level or something. That's what I'm used to.
Definitely.
So for me personally, I am not doing as much as Mystic MC. I am doing more behind this, you know.
So you ready to sign younger artists, or because you are, I know your door is open, you produce rhythms, you know, work with the upcoming artists, kind of, you are ready to do a collab with any upcoming artist from Gambia to something like this?
Yeah, man. Right now in Sierra Leone alone, you know, in Sierra Leone, only you the way I boss reggae and dancehall. Sierra Leone.
Okay.
The hottest rhythms are my production. You understand?
Wicked.
I'm not just one. That's why I have a thing called reggae and dancehall reviews in Sierra Leone. Most of them. And it's not like I cannot do it for my brothers and sisters in Gambia. So dealing with my brothers and sisters sometimes when we are pre, them not pre that way. They never pre things different, you know.
Right.
And me as a man, But yes, but still a produce, man. Anybody else we want work with me, I work with you. And if you like, like ANC and them thing, when them are boss it, me reach out to him and say, you are do good and thing. And they reach out to me and say, you're bridging. I like your rhythms and this and this. And we exchange things and thing. Because me personally, I'm not gonna perform anymore.
Wow. Really? Shit. What do you say?
Now, we can't perform again, you know.
Really? You know, Nanam Club will wait. Nanam Club will love to have your last performance. You know, we would love to have that, you know, package to say this is the last performance of Music MC, because normally we invite you, Vienna, but it never works. So if that could happen, that get Mystic MC last performance for Nanam Club, we will put that in our, you know, our diary. That will be great. But I don't know what's your plan. You are not ready to.
I have this album. I've not the album. You see, 2050. I have an album with 14 tracks, all mixed mastered, featuring Jam Mason, Omar Perry. Wow. I have a full album that with new tracks. We not publish it. Everything is mixed and mastered. But when I said that, yo, you know, me take a little break from the thing. Me no do nothing with the album. You see?
Sure.
And the album will never fade away. Maybe after some day I will release the album, and just for people to know that I am still not in a mood to do road. But this was an album that I recorded and mastered, and I'm just gonna put it out there for people to just feel some good vibes. Because I still feel something is missing with somebody new. No disrespect, but production wise, some of them music that coming off, I don't kick. So sometimes I just feel like I want to show them the way, but I can't do that. You know, sometimes when you feel like, you know, you're in the kitchen, somebody's cooking up food, and you see that the Maggi is missing and the tomato and them things, but you want to say, yo, put a little bit jumbo there. But if you do that, I'm gonna say this guy want to prove something. So me don't have nothing to prove. Me don't want to prove nothing. But
to be honest, whoever
will release the album, you know,
whoever will say that don't know about Mystic MC and don't know about the, you know, the foundation of Senegambian music, that person can say, okay, what is he talking about? But whoever know Mystic MC, with your advice, you know, they will appreciate it. So I will say, please don't let them like that, you know. Put your little Jimbo and salt on there. I think that, you know,
easy.
Quality is something.
I tell you, man.
This is good. What can we expect from
we will
MC?
always, you know, the good thing with this them days, everything is technology make it easy if you reach out to one another, you know.
Definitely,
Technology make it easy to reach out for one another. And true, because right now me not to spend too much time in Europe, you know. It's because of the pandemic. That's why I'm there in Europe right now. But lately I spend most of my time in Africa, and you know about that, you know. I spend most of my time in Africa. Wow. So too, because my next move is to start come a partner with some people in Croatia. If you start open a bridge, if you start transport people between Gambia, Gambia, Guinea-Conakry, and Sierra Leone. We have a cruise, but still Gambia government, we are doing the paperwork. When it's done, we are going to start. People don't necessarily have to fly on plane to go from Gambia to Sierra Leone or Sierra Leone to Gambia, because we are cruise them. You see me?
Good, so okay.
Anybody who Sierra Leone and the one living in some nice village area, you know, close to the beach, just link me up, man. Cause I tell me they na the village ends, you know.
Good thing.
My
are
nice
you doing
resort and our build cruising thing there.
You having a bar there?
But still, I do music. I have my musical things.
Okay, wicked. That's interesting. So you hear that if you wanna go Sierra Leone, MC is there, the other side. So good. Will be interesting to know your future programs, because soon I have the next one, brother coming, Magnificent Joe. But will be very interested to hear you.
Joe, big him up, man. He's a good artist. Him come check me out 2 times when I was in Gambia already. He's a good, one of my favorite singer when it comes to singing.
Yeah.
Him have that love kind of
Right. It's a singer. You are
man.
right. You are right. So
Yeah, man. You know.
now, Mustik, you're doing 9 to 5. You're doing a radio. So what are the things you're doing? You think is bit interested the people if you know about it, not like private thing, but the things that
What
people
normally
need to know.
happen? The radio
Mhm.
actually. Just last week, I already sold the. Like me, I tell you, the radio, the network, the network called Sierra Leone Network. It's like
Wow.
one of the, just like you said, Radio Gambia in Gambia. They just bought
Wow.
they just bought the server and them thing there. So me say, all right, because I was too busy to even focus on the radio.
Yeah.
So now what we
Yeah.
have is a podcast. We have a
Yeah.
podcast where people can podcast when you go to Apple Music, when you go
Mhm.
to Google Play, when you go to
Yeah.
Spotify. All you
Wow.
have to type is just type Talk Up Mystic MC. If you type Up
Yeah.
Mystic MC on Spotify, you can listen to my
Wow.
podcast. If you type
Uh-huh.
even also on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all podcast platform, even SoundCloud. I
Mhm.
think it's easier that way because I can do that when I'm in Africa. I can do that when I'm in Europe. I can do it anywhere. All I have to do is have one or
Mhm.
two artists talk with them, just like we're doing now, podcast
Wicked.
level. Yeah, you
Wicked.
understand?
Wicked.
I don't necessarily have to be on front of the camera and them thing there. Nah,
Mhm.
because Taff me, I want break, me
Yeah.
just want come, talk me, attack, and me go. You know? So with a
Go,
podcast,
man.
I can
See
always
it. You see how you make my interview even. Normally my interview, I'm playing songs, we talking and but Mustik just wait till all the songs, almost not all the songs, but introduce. And now we have to talk straight and then
yeah.
but it's great
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we had
yeah.
almost an hour talk, already. So no respect. Thanks for this
Yeah, man,
time. And
because enough things we talk about. You know, we have
yeah, yeah.
plenty of things because we're in the same industry.
No,
So there's
Mustik,
nothing
how you
we can go on and on and on, you know.
this is what I mean. Every topic you can, bring a history from that. So you as a man, people need to hear from you to know
True,
something
true.
about the
You know.
Senegambian music industry. Yes, I. So
Yeah.
thank you for this time and
Yeah.
energy. I will say
No, thanks for having me, man.
if you have a project that the people we need to know, just tell us. Apart from the radio, apart from Sierra Leone,
No,
whoever wanna go.
the radio is gonna shut down in the coming week because the radio, all the stuff
Mhm,
I was the radio was part of
mhm.
my studio, but because I have the the radio equipment,
Yeah.
because the
Mhm.
reason why I started the radio, let me tell you why, go on, because I cannot
Please.
travel to Africa. I wanted to
Wow.
because before the pandemic, I have everything, and I was
Yeah.
thinking to have this thing with me in my village in a Sierra Leone, because
Wow.
while I village and I chill
Mhm.
close to the beach side, I think I can still have my little studio and do my thing.
Mhm.
That's why I have all the radio things. But then
Mhm.
because of the pandemic, so I can't really travel. So I said, all right, while I'm in Europe, let me just
Mhm.
test the things then. And test the things. So
Mhm.
I started radio. Then those
Uh-huh.
people offer me. They offer me
Yeah.
some money because me is a
Wicked.
businessman. From the money that
Wicked.
they
Wicked.
that she way,
Create the
you
next one.
know.
Create the
So they
next
offer me
one.
money
I
and
mean,
so
sell
I
it.
think it's easier with the podcast. It's easier with the
Wow.
podcast because with the podcast, I don't necessarily
Mhm.
on the internet and stuff like that. While in
Yeah.
Africa, I can always have one or two artists I want to do. And the thing with the podcast, why I
Wicked.
love the podcast, there's no time
Mhm.
frame. I just work with my own
Okay.
speed.
Wicked.
Because
Wicked.
Taff, right now, me I not try to do too much. I'm trying to do less.
Ease.
Not people are trying to do
Ease.
too much. Me, other way
You've
around.
done
I'm
a
trying
lot
to do less.
already. You've done a lot already. You reach out to China with our music, so we say salute from a distance.
Easy.
Really.
So it's a thing,
Just
man. My love right
yeah.
now is
It's
tourism. You know, I'm more into tourism because that's why I have my resort.
wicked.
I have a
Wicked.
powerful resort in a Sierra Leone. You know, I can
Respect.
accommodate up to 40 people,
Wickedest
and
thing that you
the
hear
resort
that.
just close to from the resort you see the water side and thing. And
Okay.
from the resort, because I have a cruise.
Yeah.
So from the airport,
Yeah.
we can cruise just the water straight to my resort.
Wow.
You don't need to take no
Okay.
transport, no hustle and bustle, none of that. You know,
Wicked.
straight to my village. You know,
And later
that's
that
something
cruise can reach out to Gambia too, no? You said you
adapt.
planning
Yeah,
to
we adapt me want to do. So just because it's the same size as the ferry Banjul Bara ferry. So, but with
okay.
seats. So we just have to, January, like last month, Africa already have this trade arrangement between Africa without tax. Now you can Sierra Leone to Gambia, you can do business and pay less tax.
That is good.
So we have to make it easy for the poor people who wanna travel and them thing there,
Wow.
Yeah, man. And
it's encouraging.
Thing there.
The unity is coming when they reusing those tax in between,
man.
and whatever between Africa is moving. That's something
Exactly.
positive for you to hear about.
Because
yeah.
Africa, me there now, I come right now I spend more time in Africa.
So I will appeal to you.
Me done with Baby. Me not too, I just.
I know.
I guess that thing, I make some of we stuck,
But still, me, I'm like, okay, let's do a thing, man. Mustik say his last performance, because you didn't do a thing like that last performance, and you as a music man, like you just wanna stop like that. You don't wanna perform anywhere. This is not the best. So Nadam Club, we will love to have Mustik MC as your last.
I will come mash it up. And what I'm gonna do if I come mash it up, I'm gonna strictly the album, the whole album.
Wow.
Just that album there, so people fit the album. So we just say, look, for that album there, we have to just give one in Austria, just one,
wow.
make them feel from there. But because the reason play, because the promoters, if you say yes to one show, you have to say yes to the other, and you have to say yes to the other. So the people say, yo, but he turned out that show. Why you have to go do that show? So that's why I decided not to take none. You understand? It have to be fair and balanced,
Right.
If you don't work with Peter, you know if you work with Paul,
John,
if you work with Peter, you have to work with Paul. If I balance.
Thank you. So this one is like Nanang Club is one of our African club in Europe, the whole Europe, I will say, so you will leave your trademark there as your last performance. Mustik MC. I will love that.
Definitely, man. Definitely
people will fly in and come in, Lamin Marong Knox is somewhere in Germany. They will all come in Mangi, and I call all
Mangi was Mangi was an artist. Mangi was an artist, I will tell you something. You have to go. You have to go play football. I know everybody have to be artist.
Okay.
It was I mean, give him the name. They asked him EJ.
All right.
If try rap, but it no work. Me tell him some bridging of football if you go do rapping on your
okay. Interesting. If Sinjalo big brother, my Kololi people, you hear that? EJ, big up.
My bridging.
Yeah, I say love. Thanks for this time and the energy,
Blessed.
Yeah. Looking forward to talk to you in the future. I have a project I wanna start my next topic. Maybe the time of Ramadan is called development, unity, and education. As Africans, I wanna come with this topic. So I will come to you as a man who is in between Europe and Africa. Try to do some development in between these continents. We need to hear from you people and your experience and your teachings. So it's appreciated your time. Thank you. I'm looking forward to talk to you. Yeah, respect.
Blessed.
It's highly
big up to all the people watching from home. And
thank you.
Blessed.
Thank you. They're listening. Good one. MC say greetings to all you out there. Thank you all for your time and energy listening. I'm gonna play Mustik MC versus Babylon. It's one of the greatest video out there, and then come Magnificent Joe. So tune in. Don't go nowhere. I'll be with Magnificent Joe any moment from now. Thing called Let's Talk. Thank you all for listening. Let me see. Mustik MC versus Babylon. Nowadays, the computer, it's not bringing all music out too. I get this one for you, and I'm gonna play you that, my people. The Mustik MC. Listen to that great song. It's called Mustik versus Babylon. Thank you all for tuning in. Everybody are listening. Remember, Magnificent Joe. Any moment from now, I'm gonna log in, log out, and coming. Yeah. Thank you for tuning. Thanks for your time and energy. Stay tuned. I'm coming back for you. Magnificent Joe is your next artist. Any moment from now, think called Let's Talk. Big up yourself, Mustik MC. Thanks for the time and energy. It's a friend, it's a big brother. You will call me cool the people out there. Thank you, Shell the Pump. You don't know my Denmark massive. That's a Denmark family, you don't know. Mystic MC. The Ambrose there. We keep the link as a family. You don't know. Thank you all for tuning. It's a love. Can't get no more. Get no father. Come on, your whole time. Catch a fire. Don't know. Jam and big up on yourself. I'll kill the bitch. Back at the yard, man. Don't know. Elevator, look up on yourself. Myself. Yes, every energy. Thank you all for your time and energy. Africa Radio Vibration. Stephanie, we can't leave you out. Thank you for your support and energy. Remember, you can get us live in YouTube. DJ Taff profile, African Reggae Vibration. Same way, thank you all, Team God. Let's talk. Remember, any moment from now, Magnificent Joe. That was Mystic MC. Thank you for tuning.
Control the money that coming out with bucket. Now get me started. System set up and just to get me wanted. Keep us to wait and still not granted. Kill all the seed I father planted. I planted. This is for them and those. Sing them a win and see them a lose. This is for them and those. Them and them tricks and promises. This is for them and those. Sing them a win and see them a lose. This is for them and those. In a battle, you will let them confuse. Die, live and die. Babylon not tell lie. They can't try always, they can't stop you from trying. You and die, live and die. Babylon not tell lie. Let's never pull up your belt and make them see both sides. Yeah, I get mad, no police and soldier walk off the right, no preacher and teacher walk off the right, no. Get back to a school out, child with the right, no. Check it out right now, how they feel like this. This where them must say, well, no, not that them a practice. No equal rights, and we not see justice. Nothing you hear that where people are you get this. Some people get this. This is for them and those. Sing them a win and see them a lose. This is for them and those. Them and them chicks and promises. This is for them and those. Sing them a win and see them a lose. This is for them and those. In a Babylon you will let them confuse.
I join hands so often with students and others behind jail bars singing it. We shall overcome. Sometimes we've had tears in our eyes when we joined together to sing it, but we still decided to sing it. We shall overcome. We shall overcome because Carlyle is right. No lie can live forever. We shall overcome because William Cullen Bryant is right. Truth crushed to earth will rise again. We shall overcome because James Russell Lowell is right. Truth forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne. Yet that scaffold sways the future. Behind the dim unknown standeth God within the shadows, keeping watch above his own. We shall overcome because the Bible is right. You shall reap what you sow. We shall overcome. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome. And with this faith, we will go out and adjourn the councils of despair and bring new light into the dark chambers of pessimism. We will be able to rise from the fatigue of despair to the buoyancy of hope. And this will be a great America. We will be the participants in making it so. And so as I leave you this evening, I say, walk together, children. Don't you get weary.